Like there was a dream for me, like I should get a MacBook Air so that I can edit without any bugs, glitches, and I can increase my editing professional quality without any hesitation. I have assembled this PC, but I was not satisfied with the PC performance for editing, because it used to give me lots of glitches, lags, and stuff. So every day just check out the MacBook Air on different online websites such as Amazon, Flipkart, original Apple website, and I just compare the prices, and I just imagine myself getting that, and that's what I do. I just add them to cart and remove it from the cart, and I just pray to God one day I should get this MacBook Air so that I can edit video without hesitation. And finally, this was the day where I have got the MacBook Air M2, and thanks to Apple Esronagar and Aptronics Esronagar, I'm sorry, and this was my dream come true, and I was excited as child, and my emotions were overwhelmed, and I can't believe it. It was just like a dream coming true for me, and I never thought I could get the MacBook Air so soon. Literally, I lost my kidney for getting my MacBook Air, and just kidding, guys. Finally, we have got the MacBook, and I have just placed this MacBook in this seat nicely. And this is how our MacBook looks like, and it's a 16 GB RAM, 256 GB variant, and I've been using this for past 15 days, and so I didn't even unbox this MacBook Air. So this is a combined unbox come review video, and technically this is how the MacBook looks, and this is the video where we are going to unbox it and review it. Let's roll the intro.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
Talking about the box, in box there will be only minimal content. Here you can see you will get one MacBook Air, depending upon your MacBook variant. You will get a MacBook Air with this 30-watt adapter, and it's a MagSafe adapter, as you can see here. Let me zoom it in a bit, and this is a MagSafe adapter, and it's a 30-watt adapter, and you can also even choose 65-watt adapter depending upon your budget. I prefer 35-watt adapter if you use 30-watt adapter, and that's my choice. That's the reason why I choose 30-watt adapter over 65-watt adapter. In long run it increases the battery longevity, and it doesn't degrade battery faster than 65-watt. And I'm placing this aside, and this is the overview what you will get in the box contents. You will get an MacBook Air charging adapter, and with this MacBook Air, and the cable and the color matches, and if you choose Starlight edition, you will get Starlight braided cable. Actually the cable quality is pretty good, and it's a MagSafe cable, so you can just you can see here the magnet just goes bam into the power adapter. This is how it goes, and you can't even do it, like you have to ripple it like this so that it goes. And the reason why I choose the 256 GB variant of MacBook, because there you can see for 512 GB you have to pay extra 20,000. As you can check out when you go to the Apple website, you have to pay extra 20,000 for each of the variant. I believe that you can even get external SSD for much cheaper price, and they work much more faster compared to the onboard SSD. And like it saves you a ton lot of money. For 20,000 you can at least get 2 TB of external SSD, like which is much more storage compared to if you get an external SSD. You can get up to 2 TB in the same 20,000 price range, and where you get much storage compared to the price. And the reason why I choose 16 GB RAM variant over 8 GB RAM variant is multitasking. And 16 GB 8 GB RAM make much more difference in multitasking and video rendering, photo editing, and which loads application faster, and which renders video much more faster. About you can see about 3 to 4 minutes difference while rendering videos in 8 GB variant and 16 GB variant. Obviously 16 GB variant has faster render speeds compared to 8 GB variant. And if you have 8 GB variant, there is one problem, like if you multitask much, I suggest you to take 16 GB over 8 GB, because it shows an one annoying pop-up called running out of RAM, running out of space, and you have to just forcefully close applications, and it's an hell lot of task. And it feels little bit clumsy while you are focusing on productivity. So that's the reason why I got a 16 GB RAM variant over 8 GB RAM variant. 8 GB RAM variant costs around 90,000, and 16 GB RAM variant costs around 1,10,000. And I purely approve that. I purely agree that taking 16 GB RAM variant is an worthy choice, because it is a future proof thing. So that in MacBooks even you can't upgrade RAM, and they are and SSD as well, and storage as well. You have to They are inbuilt to both, so you have to choose carefully what your needs and what your budget is. And if you are taking an 8 GB RAM variant, I suggest you to increase your budget and get 16 GB RAM variant MacBook Air. Talking about the ports, on left side here you can see there is a MagSafe charger and two type C ports, and on the another side here you can see 3.5 mm headphone jack, and it's an high-res headphone jack, means it supports headphones with which comes with high resolution audio output. And this is how the physical aspects looks like, and the build quality is quite sturdy and quite light. And this machine is more powerful than the PC, and it's in this form factor. And this is how much it sizes. And this is a complete 2K display, and you can view it from any angle. There is no glares and stuff, and it is pretty light. And the laptop is quite light because it comes with fanless design. Basically it is not a laptop, it is a tablet which I have been working on. By the way, talking about the display, it's look futuristic with this notch kind of design, and it doesn't look quite outdated as compared to MacBook M1, where it has some boxiest kind of design, and the screen to aspect ratio is pretty good. And the display quality, I didn't even face any issue while using it. I maximally use this display in mid brightness so that it doesn't drains fast. And the display like quality is pretty good because of this retina technology. The minus point is that it works with 60 Hz, but you can mount 144 Hz external monitor so that it works in 144 Hz. And the display, if you are a video editor and if you use for color grading, and if you use Photoshop mostly for editing pics, then the display is pretty good, and you can just do without any help of you can adjust colors and do color grading without an external monitor. And this laptop is as accurate as it's on the box, as you can see here. And talking about the physical aspects, you can just open it with one finger like this, and you can see it will open very quickly. And very full volume, and the speakers are located in the hinge right here in the hinge. And this is how the punchy the speakers look. Buffering, and the 120 fps shots coming in 3 2 1.
I feel lonely by your side in the middle of the night.
And let's put this back so that it protects the keyboard. And the key travel of the keyboard is pretty good, and the keys are pretty decent. And their typing quality of this keyboard is pretty good because it is in a quite a decent form factor, where you can fit two palms right here. And there you can see we have the fingerprint sensor and power button. Basically it's called as touch ID in Apple terms. And the keypad quality is pretty decent for the price. And talking about the trackpad, and the Apple trackpad is pretty good. I have been using this trackpad since ages, because this trackpad is pretty decent, and the gestures of this trackpad is pretty good. Once you get used to this trackpad, you will not use any mouse, because the trackpad size is pretty big compared to any other Windows gaming laptop and stuff. And it has a slight gestures, and the feedback of the trackpad is pretty good. And here you can see, you will feel like there are buttons, but it is not buttons, it is the haptic engine board acting as buttons. And if you get addicted to this trackpad, you will definitely not use any kind of external mouse and stuff. You will completely use this trackpad for any kind of thing. And the trackpad is quite spacious, so that you can just scroll a lot and just switch applications like this. And while editing, the gestures of this trackpad is completely great. While using Premiere Pro, here you can use it to expand the timeline, decrease the timeline, and do all those stuff with these trackpad gestures. Talking about the conclusion of this MacBook Air M2, and first we will give about the physical conclusion. The build quality is quite steady, you can even open it with one finger as we thought. And there is no fan in this device. It is technically a tablet with keyboard, I guess, because the Apple thermals are pretty good, and I didn't even noticed any drop in performance while editing in Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve. I was using for watching anime and binging on Netflix for hours and hours. Approximately I got around 8 to 9 hours while watching content on YouTube at 50% of brightness with full audio. And while editing, I didn't notice any thermals, no glitches, no lags. Everything was smooth as butter. And the Macs are not for meant for gaming, and when you want to choose Mac for productivity such as video editing, content creation, they are quite amazing, because they are quite reliable compared to Windows. In Windows you may find lots of glitches, bugs. And talking about the DaVinci Resolve, the DaVinci Resolve was optimized very well for Mac. And I was using PC. I have just imported same timelines on both of this. And I have just imported 4K 24 FPS footage which was shot on Canon in HDR mode. the video length was around 15 minutes, and the approx timings where Mac rendered the complete video within 5 minutes, where my PC took around 15 minutes to 20 minutes to edit the video. This how much the difference is. And talking about the Mac OS is pretty well optimized, and you will get an updates around 5 to 7 years. And it is an worthy investment. If you invest on a Mac, like you should not even worry about for 5 to 7 years. And if you are an iPhone user, or if you have an AirPods, all kind of stuff, they work pretty good with this Apple ecosystem. You can even directly receive calls on your Mac. And definitely you need one type C hub so that you can connect your memory cards, USBs and stuff to your Mac, because you have only one type C port. And which was I felt like a drawback. And talking about the charging aspect, it took 1 hour 30 minutes to 40 minutes to fully charge my MacBook with 30 watts charger. And I didn't even notice any heating issues while charging the MacBook Air. And I have just edited, worked on Premiere Pro for 6 to 7 hours on battery, and I didn't even notice throttling issues. Like there is no, what will say, thermals popping out, there is no heating issues, everything was quite good thanks to Apple Silicon. And if you are new to this channel, drop a like, drop a comment and subscribe my channel. Take dude.